Chris, Tennessee Homestead. How the heck are you today? I hope you're doing good. I got a video I'm working on. Should have it up, if not the end of this week, probably the first part of next week, on cattle. I'm trying to do kind of a cursory thing for people getting into cattle. And I'm going to put it on this channel, and I'm making another one to put on the website. But covering all the different breeds. Okay. And the ones that I'm familiar with and have worked with and know the temperaments of and so forth, I'll share that information. The ones that I don't, I'll tell you that I don't. I've not ever worked with them before. But to try to get some, because a lot of folks are asking what breeds, what's this, what's that. When you're talking about doing stuff with cattle, okay, you're gonna, the first thing you got to try to keep in mind is you're talking to somebody out of Tennessee, okay? We have a lot of rain every year. We have a lot of grass. Okay, we can grow some grass. Now let me tell you, we have can do diverse pastures like nobody's business, things of this nature. So what works for me may not work for you depending on where you're at. That's something to keep in mind. So when you want to ask questions about your cattle and so forth, it sure helps to know where you're from, where you're planning on raising those cattle. If it's, Wyoming, North Dakota, stuff of this nature, it's a different animal up there. Okay, Texas even. So yeah, it kind of helps. Now I know some ranchers in West Texas, so I can always get some advice from them. Plus I've been down there a few times and I've seen their operations. So when you're asking questions, that's kind of information you need to know. Where are you from? Where are you going to be raising your cattle? Because that's going to matter a lot as far as what the advice is. Okay, if you're living out in the West, out in New Mexico, Arizona, stuff of this nature, then either you're going to have a lot of land, or you can free range in places like Arizona. Last time I've checked, Arizona is still a free range state, which does require branding and getting a brand and branding your cattle and yada 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 and rounding them up and a lot of little hoops you got to jump through to do that. But it works out well, okay? Where you can utilize the state's acreage to graze your cattle. Now, if you decide you want to fence in, understand a lot of folks when they go out to Arizona don't realize this. They go, well, you got nothing for property tax out here. As so long as you don't fence that property, you do. Because they're a free range state. Don't fence your property in, and your taxes are really, really cheap. Because basically you're sharing your land with the other cattle people. If you put up that fence, you will see your property taxes really shoot up. Trust me, I owned like 40 acres out there at one point, and it can jump up real quick on you. Okay, because I was thinking about fencing in the acreage until I saw what it would do to the property taxes. But I don't think so. I don't mind Bessie moving through my front yard every now and again. So letting people know where you're from, so forth, really helps. Breed of cattle really helps. Whether or not you have kids involved really helps. Okay, these are some questions you might want to are going to get posed to you. Okay, because there are some. If you decided you wanted to do ground up Brangus line, Brangus is a mix between a Brahma and an Angus, which means you're going to need some Brahma bulls at least on your property. Those, now don't get me wrong, I've ran across some that I dealt with a lot. They can be a little spooky. They can also be mean as heck. Okay, and sometimes I went through a few Brahmas where I got them off the property. Okay, because they were just mean as heck. Yeah, there's certain ones you just don't want around kids. So always let always be looking at that. Are they a docile breed? Means a lot. Okay. So, I get hit with a lot of questions, and those are some of the things that I always have to send them back to the drawing board for. And where you're at, how many acres you got, is there streams, ponds, things of this nature. How much shade you got, different things of that nature. Because if you got plenty of shade, you can go with a little cooler temperatured livestock. If you don't have much shade, you might want to look at different livestock depending on where you're at in temperatures. Okay. So these are some of the things that you might want to kind of kick around and think about. Mainly this is for letting you know that here in the next 3 or 4 days, maybe a week, I'll have that video finished up, and it'll basically just shows you the different breeds and where they're from and how they are dispositions, things of this nature. The biggest thing you want to do though, and here's something I tell everybody starting into cattle, you want to start going to the auctions in your immediate area. That's going to tell you what market's there. You'll find that some areas, Charolais, they sell like crazy, bring high prices, blah, blah, blah. Others, the white-faced blacks, bring a lot of good revenue in, very hot item. Angus, different areas go different ways. See what I'm saying? So you want to find out before you start spending a bunch of money on any breed, what's selling in my area, okay? And it's going to mean going a few times, because one round you may have a bunch of Brangus or Angus being ran through, and the next time you get some Charolais that are mixed into the group, watch the prices, okay? If the prices are up on a certain breed, kind of make note of it. If that kind of holds, that tells you for your area, that's a preferential breed. And there may be good reasons for it, okay? So, if you're looking to do farm-to-farm sales or a, cow-calf operation or something of this nature, you got a little better idea of what to go with. Because while it may not be your favorite breed, if it is what is really selling well in your area, it's probably financially the best breed you can go with, okay? And then just try to be have one of the best operations in the area, okay? That should work for you. But these are kind of some questions you want to have laid out whenever you get to talking about your cattle. Land, what type of land, where you at, blah, blah, blah. It really helps out, okay? Hope you guys are having a great week, and we'll talk to you real soon. Take care.